time is coming to an end, but I will tell you, I did not get through all of the questions I wanted to ask you. So might have to do a part 2 of this at some point in time. But before we end, I would like to switch gears for a quick quickfire segment. I've got 5 questions for you. What is your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
After a long day, I mean, it's funny because I go from work to kids, that's
Same.
I will say, the most therapeutic thing I do is probably playing disc golf. I get out and chuck some plastic. It's a nice way to just relax, throw the plastic. I get a little exercise as I'm walking around. I prefer ultimate frisbee, but to unwind, that's probably the best is going and playing around a disc golf and getting out in nature a little bit and walking around, a little exercise. It's probably the best way for me to unwind at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'll double down on the nature aspect of that. If you weren't a journalist, which you just said sometimes you don't always see yourself that way, but if you weren't a journalist, what would you be?
I'm tech guy on Twitter, so I'm a tech guy at heart. So, I come from that, right? I implemented an electronic medical record. I did IT support top to bottom. I worked in a lot of data centers. So I probably would do that. If healthcare scene one day gets acquired or something, it's interesting. I don't know if I could get a job in the tech world anymore. I probably could get a job in the marketing world more than the tech. So I guess I probably would be chief marketing officer somewhere if not as well. So it's interesting how my career's kind of evolved.
That is interesting. Maybe you can be the one that makes disc golf an Olympic sport for the next Summer Olympics.
Yeah, I think ultimate will get there before disc golf because it's a little more ubiquitous across countries. Yeah. But frisbee in the Olympics would be awesome. At the end of the day, I'm an entrepreneur. I think that's what I would do. So I like to use technology to create value for people. So that's where I really identify.
I can see that. I can see that's how your brain works. What are some of your favorite podcasts that you listen to on a regular basis?
It's pretty funny as someone who has 3 and about to launch a 4th podcast. I don't subscribe to any really regularly. I'm more of a social consumer of podcasts. So I let the social media determine which are the best episodes of podcasts, and then I listen to them. So I do listen to a lot of different podcasts, but I usually generally let the social media determine it. So, I mean, I have a mixture of some health IT ones that I listen to, Hit Like a Girl is fun to listen to and hear some different perspectives there. I also listen to sports ones. I love a lot of BYU sports stuff. So I'll hit a lot of those. I love Colin Cowherd on kind of the sports side of things. And then, I definitely like the Kelceys. I'm all about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. That reference was a real one for me. I like seeing what's up with them. They do a good job. In fact, I would say I take a lot of my inspiration for what we do on the Healthcare IT Today various podcasts from sports. Sports does a great job creating content, and I often take inspiration for them for what we do.
I love that. I think you're right. I think coming off of the Olympics and the massive production and success they had in Paris is just a great example and illustration of that. They just did a fantastic job, Snoop Dogg, and just creating a lot of sort of entertainment and draw beyond just the 40 seconds or the 30 seconds that the athletes were running on the track. So yeah, I agree with you. A lot of great inspiration for marketers to draw from that, but also love your earlier point about finding podcasts that are worthy to consume based on social media. Another great piece of advice for marketers. If you're going to go to the effort of creating a podcast, make sure you're putting the most valuable nuggets and snippets on social, and then letting the algorithm take care of it from there. Last question, John. If you could attend one show or attraction while in Vegas, what would you pick?
Oh, I thought you were saying conference, which I'm totally biased to Sway Health, which has often been in Vegas. But no, you mean like a fun show?
Yeah, like just for fun. Not that you got time for that when you're in Vegas covering a conference, but I mean, let's pretend you did for a second.
Well, and it's nice that I technically live in Henderson, not Vegas, but 15 minutes from the Strip. So, we actually don't go to shows because when you live local, you wait for the free ticket. But oh man, how could I choose? Like Cirque du Soleil, might be the top, but if I could see Celine Dion in her prime or possibly Garth Brooks right now, but all of that aside, any of those are winners, by the way. But I would go to Faith Hill I did go to Faith Hill when she came to Vegas, and I would go to her because she's my top anything artist. But if you want, here's one that people won't think about, and this is Terry Fader. It's a lower cost ticket. The guy is supremely entertaining. He has a great comedy writer. It's got music, so you get the music. And by the way, he's doing it all as a ventriloquist, which you're like,
wow,
wait,
yeah.
John's recommending a ventriloquist? But yes, it's comedy, it's music, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's doing this as a ventriloquist.
Wow. Cool. Well, I feel like I know you a lot better than I did when we started out the conversation today, John. Thanks so much for being here. Where should listeners go to catch more of your great content?
Yeah, so I'd say the best place to go is healthcareittoday.com for the health IT listeners out there. You know, we obviously publish a lot of great content there, and you can link to all the podcasts and like and subscribe. That would what my kids would tell me to do. Then if you're a healthcare marketer, be sure to check out sway.health. That's sway with 2 A's. And sway.health, we have all the same things, right? A publication, email newsletter, podcasts, videos, but all focus on the healthcare marketing profession.
Excellent. Be sure to check it out, folks. And if you enjoyed the conversation today, do us a favor and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. That's it for today. Thanks for being a part of the Health Marketing Collective, where strong leadership meets marketing excellence, because the future of healthcare depends on it. We'll catch you in Las Vegas.